What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Before we go into Kevin Baxter's interview, here is the deck list that he actually used to top four at Michigan State. So if you see here, it's Pyro Crowler, obviously, with Kyurem and a Suicune, which Suicune has Safeguard, which makes it where EX can't hurt you. He played one Max Potion, which is cool because you can heal off the damage after you use Tidal Storm to move the energies off the Kyogre. He played two Shrine of Memories, and he goes over a little bit in his video because you can use Water Pulse for 30 or Giant Whirlpool for 140 to pick up the energies. He goes over that a lot in his video. He plays a Trump card, and he doesn't play any Shauna like TJ did. He opts to go to the Suicune or to Skyla, and he plays 4 Dive Ball instead of 3. So the decks are basically kind of the same but kind of different at the same time. So hopefully you like the deck list, and I hope you enjoy the video. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Today we're doing another States and Questions with...
I'm Kevin Baxter.
And where are you from?
I live in Cincinnati, Ohio.
And where did you go to last weekend?
I went to Kalamazoo for Michigan State's.
Okay, and how did you do there?
I ended up finishing in third.
Okay, so what did you play? How did you do overall in Swiss?
Swiss, I finished 602, which sounds better than the day actually went, because my 2 ties were rounds 2 and 3.
Oh, so what did you play those 2 rounds?
They were both Eviltal.
Okay, now I heard that usually Eviltal is a good matchup. What happened there?
Yeah, it is pretty good. I guess it was like a combat. I probably could have won at least one of the matchups if I had played faster, but I think I was just like tired and not really sure how to play the deck yet.
So was this your first time playing the deck, like at the tournament?
The only other games I had played with it were like a few hours the night before online.
Okay, so what'd you play against the top 8?
In top 8, I played against Chris Veneer, who was playing Toad Jinx. It was the same list as Curtis, I believe.
Okay, Curtis is who you played in top 4?
Yeah, Curtis is who I lost to in top 4.
So you beat the deck, then lost to. What happened there?
Yeah, well, in top 8 against Chris, it went pretty well. Like, I had supporters every turn, and it's actually like a really intricate matchup where they burn through their deck like every couple turns, and they have access to 4 super scoop ups and 4 lasers and all this healing with Jinx. So what you kind of have to do is you have to like wait until enough of their super scoop ups are in the discard to start attacking, and then like sit behind Suicune for the rest of the time. So it's like really, really weird. But game 2, he actually prized both his trump card and his megaphone. So I had a floatstone, and he didn't get to repeat through his deck every time. So game 2 is pretty easy.
Okay, and so what happened against in top 4?
In top 4, unfortunately, game 1 I started with no supporters except for Lysander, and so I basically just sat there, and I had to let a Keldeo die, and I had to let my Kyurem die, and all I had left was a Primal, and I finally get a Juniper, but he was just up too many prizes and took the game. Game 2 played out kind of similarly to the first game in top 8, but I found out like halfway through that his trump card was also prized, and so he had to like slow down a lot in the mid game, and I just was able to kill enough things when he ran out of lasers.
Now, did either one of them play like Mr. Mime or anything?
No, they didn't have it.
So, do you think if they included Mr. Mime, it would have made the matchup harder, or no?
Maybe. It actually probably wouldn't have changed too much, because Curtis did this really good play where he had 2 Jinxes, and he would heal 10. He would only use one of the Jinxes on the guy that I hit for 150, put it down to 140, and retreat into one of the guys that got sniped, and heal another 10 from that one, so he put it at 20 damage and 140.
Okay.
So he played it really well. And in game 3, the same thing as game 1 happened, where I just didn't have a supporter, and he just kind of killed me.
No, that always stinks. Now,
yeah.
Do you... I guess you don't play an Ultra Ball, so I guess Strash is just like out of the question. Like nothing you can really do about that.
Yeah, I thought about going Ultra Ball with the Jirachi, but I felt like I had a decent amount of supporters.
Okay. So, what did you play against in Swiss? You can just tell what decks you played against.
Yeah, one sec, I have it. on my phone. Round one was a Mega Manectric Kling Clang Aegislash deck.
Okay.
Kind of just like not real. I don't know. It was pretty quick win.
Yeah.
And then rounds 2 and 3, I tied against Evil Tall. It was unfortunate. So I had to win out from there 5 in a row. I played against a Lugia deck round 4. It was pretty easy once I got a Primal out because he couldn't kill it. Then I played against a Hydreigon deck, which had both Hydreigons.
Oh.
Yeah, it's crazy. I actually almost lost that match, but he ended me into VS Seeker for Lysander, which killed his Hydreigon and left all of his energies on one Darkrai.
Oh no. Okay.
So that once I got that, like, that was pretty easy.
Okay.
And then I played against Evil Tall, which I learned was a really good matchup because that was a 2-0. And then I played against Landorus Bats, and that one was kind of stressful because in game 1 he got like a really good start, and I like wasn't drawing into my dive balls, so I kind of just had to let EXs take hits.
Okay.
So I got the rough seas for healing, but it just wasn't enough because he had like AZs to pick up bats and spread damage. So that was like a 15-minute game 1, and I had to pick up the pace a little bit to win 2 games. But
Sure.
Basically, I just got Suicune, and Suicune single-handedly won 2 games in a row,
Okay.
like 10 minutes.
Wait, you went 2 games of 10 minutes, or like each game was
10 minutes each, so like 20 minutes total.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna say.
Yeah. No, like once I got Suicune out, it was pretty much just attack and win. At game 3, he also didn't have any supporters, so like it was really fast.
Oh, okay.
And then the last round, I had to play against Justin Young's Evil Tall. He actually had Sharpedo in his deck, which was really, it could have been more annoying than it ended up being. But game 1, he put my Primal to sleep, and I didn't have a Keldeo out. So my Primal stayed asleep for 3 turns, and he ended up taking the game after that, because he had a Toad hitting me. He had a Toad with 150 damage because I had attacked, and then he put it to sleep. All I had to do was wake up, and I would have kept it. But
Yeah.
so game 1, I lost, and had to do the same thing as the previous round, where I win 2 games fast. But I just had like really good hands both games to start out. I got like 4 Pokemon and a Juniper
Okay.
turn 1, and a Floatstone down. Like, played out as good as it could have for the next 2 games.
I
So
see.
I ended up winning the match.
So I guess you ran hot for the rest of the day, and then like day 2, top 4, you just kind of ran cold. So.
Yeah, pretty much. But I'd rather do that than the reverse.
Yeah, true that. So we keep talking about how easy the Evital matchup is. Would you like to explain why it is so easy?
I mean, it's not like auto win,
Yeah.
but once you get the Primal's attack off and you get 150 on whatever they're attacking with and then 30 on everything else, they usually don't have like either Mr. Mime or enough healing to come back from that. Just because like you one-shot everything after that first attack and you have 2 Primals going. So it doesn't really matter what they're attacking with as long as you draw into energy.
Okay, true. So you talked about Suicune a little bit. Did you play any more? Did you use Suicune any more besides the the Landers matchup?
It won the Landorus matchup. It bought time while I set up Kyogre in almost every match. And then against Toad, it let me just draw into enough energy to sweep.
Okay.
So yeah, he sat in the active a lot of the day.
So how many times did you abuse Shrine of Memories?
Not like every match, but it was useful a couple different times. Because what you can do is you get the Primal out, and you use the Primal's attack to do 150 and move energy. And then you can then kill the guy you did 150 to with Shriner Memories to copy Kyogre X.
I don't know, Kevin.
Off an EX while...
Wait, so what you say? You said that you used Primal Kyogre to do the 150, then you used Kyogre's first attack?
Yeah, you use Shrine of Memories to copy the first attack to finish it off with 30 damage.
Okay.
While attaching somewhere else.
Alright. And so you played 2 DC. How crucial were those 2 cards?
DC was really important for getting Suicune to attack when it needed to. And then also against Seismitoad, if you don't get a Floatstone down, or if they Megaphone it off,
Mm.
then you need DC to rush in retreat with Keldeo.
Okay. Now, you only played one max potion. Would you want more than that, or you think the one is fine?
I think the one slot is fine. Um, if there continues to be like tons of Seismitoad, you could even switch that to Center Lady, just because laser can be a kind of a pain.
Sure.
Like if you don't hit the floatstone or if they take it off. So I think the one healing slot is correct.
Okay.
It can be either Max Potion or Center Lady, depending on what you think is going to be popular.
Okay. Now, you played the trump card. How often did you use that?
Um, Actually, only a couple times. It was mainly in there for like if I needed to get my Nani X's back, or if I ran up against like hammers or something that got energy taken off my board.
Okay.
There wasn't too much of that in the field, so it wasn't as useful as I thought it was going to be. But it was useful a couple times to get like Suicune back.
Okay. Now, what would you say your hardest matchup would be with this deck?
Anything with grass in it, pretty much, like Rising Genesect or Leafeon. Actually, one of the other things you can do against Leafeon is use Shrine of Memories to copy the Kyogre EX's second attack, which is 2 water and a DC for 140, and you actually pick up 2 of your water energies into your hand, so you don't leave as much energy on the board.
Okay.
That was the game plan. I never actually ended up playing against any Leafeons. I don't know if it actually works, but
Yeah. I mean, it seems good in theory, I guess. Now, what would you say? Okay, besides, I guess, like, Virizion Genesect, so you just say, like, Flareon probably your worst matchup?
probably anything with grass, I guess, is tough to deal with.
Sure. Okay, what would you say your easiest matchup be?
Um, Anything with Pyro or Charizard would be the easiest.
Okay,
Anything
okay.
that's played, like popular, I guess Yveltal's pretty easy.
Uh-huh.
Um, Fighting decks, it's pretty good against Groudon.
Okay. Now, so you say it's good against Groudon. Why do you say that?
Just because it takes them forever to set up also.
Mm-hmm.
And once you get like 2 primals out, it's just like you snipe them a couple times and then kill it with Kyogre, and you still have attackers left while they have to like come back with Haluchas, and then like Rough Seas takes over.
Okay. So how much damage overall would you say you hit with Rough Seas on the tournament?
I don't know, like maybe 90 to 120 a game.
Okay.
Like I only ran 2, so like I didn't use it that much, but it was enough to deny knockouts a few times.
Okay. So where are you at points wise currently?
After Michigan, I'm at 375.
Oh, okay. So do you want to give like a brief run of like how you've done the season?
Sure. I did pretty good at league challenges to start off the year. Got like 2 firsts and a few top 4s.
Mm-hmm.
At cities, I ended up with 2 firsts and 2 top 4s as my finishes. I did terribly at fall regionals, and I did terribly at St. Louis, but I came back at Florida and got top 8. So pretty good, and then top 4 Michigan.
Okay. Do you think you have a shot to get to top 16 overall?
We'll see. I think I'd have to have a couple more states and regionals finishes, like good ones,
Okay.
to do that.
Are you gonna go to any more states?
Yeah, I'm going to Kentucky this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably going to Ontario. We haven't figured out all the plans yet for it, but I should be up in Canada, and then I'll be at Ohio
Okay.
for the 4th week.
So you'll have plenty of chances to get more points.
Mhm.
All right. And would you switch to deck, or would you think you're gonna stay with Kyogre?
I'm not sure. It's probably like 50-50 right now, because I still really like Kyogre. I just don't know how the meta's going to shift yet. And if I think something is a better play, I have no problem switching decks.
Okay, that's true. Well, do you want to talk about anything else about your regionals from this weekend?
I just had a lot of fun hanging out with everybody. All of my opponents were really nice.
Okay. You want to give any shout-outs or anything?
Nah, I think I'm good.
Nah.
Thanks for the interview.
All right, man. Thank you for doing this, and congratulations on doing good.
Thanks.
Alrighty.